Today it's brake pads on the Dodge Dakota. First order of business is to snap the wheel cover off. Second, slightly loosen all your wheel nuts, because you won't be able to do it after you jack it up. It's also something you should do when you change your flat. Loosen the nuts before you jack it up. Place your jack in a safe position under the vehicle on a component that will quickly raise the vehicle off the ground. I'm using the lower control arm in this case. That appears to be off the ground. The tire will turn. Next, remove the remaining lug nuts. If you have air power and impact, you're in luck. On the Dodge Dakota and on many GM vehicles, the caliper, which is this device that houses the hydraulic piston and the pads themselves, is retained by these two pins, one down, one lower. Before you take your brakes apart, you kind of get a look at your brake hose and see if it's cracked or got any unusual wear spots in it. This would be the good time to change it. This particular vehicle, the pins are 10 millimeter. Some use Allen heads, some use Torx bits, but this one is 10 millimeter. I'm just going to slightly loosen them. Now, you have to push the piston back, because if you don't, you won't have room to put your new pads in. So I use a screwdriver and find a place to pry against my brake pads. In this case, between the outer pad and the rotor. Then I'm going to use my foot, my caliper. And now I'll go between the inside pad and the rotor, only for an instant. Then I'm going to go down in here between the pad and the rotor, push the piston all the way in. Slipped out. How about that? You want to get against the piston itself, because sometimes they're made of a plastic material and you can easily damage it. You want to push it all the way back. Pull the piston back. If you pull the caliper back toward you, it will expose the heads on these pins, see? And make socket usage a lot easier. Pull the other pin out. Now having my pads. You want to make note to get the correct pad for the correct side, because this anti-rattle clip needs to be, forward. In this particular situation, they are for the correct side. The inside almost always is the same, right and left, but the outside pad is often different from right to left. If you're going to be taking your rotor off, you need to support your caliper so you don't damage the hose. So now we take the new pads. I usually work with the inside one first. Slide it into the spot, the outside one. Lay the caliper on the bracket. And have to use the wrench to start it if you possibly can. Lightly use your wrench and see if it'll thread. Do not cross thread this thing. You'll have a fit. Get new threads in that caliper bracket. Like I said, on this clip, you want to be sure that it's properly installed, and I believe it's supposed to go down under, because if you don't, it's going to be up against that, and that's not correct at all. Take this screwdriver and pry, clip it down like this. That keeps the pad against this bracket nicely, see? The next trick is, I'm going to pump the brake and move the piston back out. You can see the piston move. Only thing we have to do now, tire and wheel back on. All the lug nuts back in place. Spotlight went out. That's okay, I think you can still see just fine. As you tighten your bolts, go across. Don't go in a circle. Go from one side to the other. If you have 5 lugs, do it in a star pattern. Now I did find the torque specs for my lug nut in my owner's manual. Let the jack down. Using a torque wrench, set it on this particular vehicle between 85 to 110 foot-pounds, and tighten up the lug nuts only till it clicks. Not that click, but that click. And do it in a star pattern. Some wheel covers are kind of dainty and easy to damage. This one's pretty solid. Just pop it back on there. And you're done. Nothing left to do but put all the tools up. Brake pads on Dodge Dakota, not too bad, huh? I would recommend, however, that before you put it in drive, pump it a couple good times. Put it in drive, be ready to throw it in park. Make sure you get good brakes. Just so you don't get out on the road and find out. All right, you guys have a great day.